Hello to everyone listening to me. I'm gonna talk about narratives and rituals. This is my work one assignment for interculturality philosophy approach. So to have a context of what I'm talking about is enculturation. It's the knowledge of our own culture, and it can be by rituals and narratives. Rituals are sequence of events that celebrate a cultural value, and it has to be directly related to a cultural element, norm, value, or worldview. And by the other hand, we have narratives that are stories that we tell each other within the goal of transmitting culture. So I'm gonna talk about a ritual that is El Pase del Niño Viajero. But first of all, I'm gonna talk about a narrative that my mother and grandparents have always told me since I was little. So this sir is Monseñor Miguel Cordero Crespo, which is one of my relatives, and that's why my family has this narrative. He was Monseñor of our city, Cuenca, a long time ago, but during his activities, he had to went for a trip to Rome and Holy Land, and to this trip he took a figure that he uh, asked to be made of El Niño Jesús, and when he returned from this trip with the figure of El Niñito Dios, um, the people start calling this figure El Niño Viajero because of the trip. So after this happened, Monsignor thought that it would be a great idea to have this procession to prove that Cuencanos are very religious and they have a lot of devotion to El Niño Dios and Christmas, and because Cuenca is part of Ecuador, which is 90% Christian Catholic religious country, so that's how it began. And after the years, they have been these typical elements of El Pase del Niño, which one of them is Los Mayorales, which are these photo of horses decorated with food and things that are important to people in a way to offer to God and the newborn uh, what is important to you, to make like a sacrifice. And it's also a festivity, so there's always food and a lot of colors and music because we're celebrating that El Niño Jesús is gonna be born that night. El Pase del Niño Viajero, it's always on December 24th, and it's in the morning. Like at 10 a.m. it starts and it goes until 2 p.m. So this narrative is very important for me because um, that's why we decided as a grown-ups to participate. This photo is me and my family. This is me, and this is my mom and my sister and some aunts and cousins. And because of that narrative, we like to participate in El Pase Niño Viajero every year to maintain the traditions, because now that we live in a globalized world, uh, we don't want that those traditions to be lost, and it's important to us because we are a very religious family and we are very attached to it. So um, it's also very cool to be part of El Pase del Niño because you go dancing down the streets, and we have fun, a lot of fun. And that's also a photo that I attach a link, which is an interview that Cuenca channel made to my aunt about how our family has been always been involved to El Pase del Niño, if that interests you. But I think that's my narrative and ritual that I'm proud of.